Hi and welcome to Queensland Weekender. Now take a look at this, isn't it absolutely glorious? And it's really only just a small slice of a country escape that's been welcoming guests for half a century now. Later I'll show you more of Gordon Country and we're going to meet the family that pioneered the farm stay. Also on the show, Green Island by train.
I've never been so close to fish. Like literally, I could grab it.
Rare opportunity to swim with humpback whales.
Another experience in my own backyard that I will never forget.
A very different country race meet. But we begin with our favourite twins.
When you plan a holiday, there are two things you must consider: where and how. The where part was easy, Cairns, and getting there was an even easier decision, by rail. I've just woken up on the Spirit of Queensland, and I think it's time to have a shower.
There you go, mate, all yours. Hope I didn't use all the hot water. It's beautiful, jump in.
I'll see you, Breggy.
The Spirit of Queensland runs between Brizzy and Cairns 5 times a week. Think of her as the holiday train, taking you to awesome destinations like the Great Barrier Reef and the Whitsundays.
We jumped on in Brizzy yesterday and enjoyed the railbed service, which includes all the meals delivered to your seat.
Now, chicken cube and a chocolate cake.
After dinner, the seats are converted into beds, so you can stretch out and have a good night's kip.
Then you wake up with the sun coming up right outside your window, and Brekkie follows shortly after.
Brekkie with a view.
If Cairns is the gateway to the reef and rainforest, then I reckon the Spirit of Queensland is definitely the way to get there.
See you, buddy. Have a good arvo.
We're on a Queensland rail package that not only includes your train and travel to the tropics, but a reef and rainforest experience when you arrive. Accommodation is sorted as well. The Novotel Oasis Resort in Cairns is only a 5-minute walk from the Esplanade and has comfy, modern rooms.
Oh, yeah. Comfy. Just leave me
Soft as a pillow. Jump, sit up. Come on, we got stuff to do.
We've dumped the bags and freshened up, ready for a new adventure.
So the plan for the day is we're going to get in and go see the reef first, and then we're going to go and do the rainforest to Savo.
All in a day, mate.
Boat's just here, let's go see it.
You'll find heaps of fun offerings down on the waterfront. We're jumping on Reef Rocket to Green Island with Big Cat Green Island Cruises.
Good morning, welcome aboard.
Green Island sits 27 kilometres off Cairns, just a speedy 45-minute run on the Reef Rocket.
We're first-timers to the reef, but I bet we're not the only ones.
Ever been on a submarine before, Luke?
Can't say I have, she's the first for everything. The semi-sub tour is a great intro to the reef before getting our hair wet.
Look at these fish.
It's a diver's view without all the gear.
Well, mate, I've seen all the fish from down here. I can't wait to jump in and go for a swim.
Spot on. How good's that going to be? Now let's just drink in this island for a minute. What a stunner.
And just like the brochure says, all the snorkeling kit is supplied by Big Cat Cruises. Masks and fins are another first for us, just in case you couldn't tell. For two blokes who grew up in the bush, this is pretty special.
So, what did you think?
Well, that was just unreal. I've never been so close to fish. Like literally, I could grab it.
Well, I'm glad that you loved it, but your day's about to get a whole lot better. Come on.
Yup, the adventures just keep rolling in.
From the world's largest reef to the world's oldest rainforest. Didn't think I'd be able to see all that in just one day.
A journey with Coranda Scenic Railway starts at Cairns Freshwater Station. And there's no sweat getting here. Your transfers are a part of the Queensland Rail package.
She's a beaut, old train, winding her way up the range, past waterfalls and through World Heritage rainforests.
Yeah, isn't this just beautiful? Cairns really does have everything.
Queensland Rail Travel offers amazing all-inclusive deals that take care of your rail travel activities and accommodation, all in one package.
It's the no-hassle way to visit the tropics.
Coming up next on Queensland Weekender, camels and crustaceans share the limelight at an outback event.
At 260 and on, quick, 260. Well more.
As the sun rises over the tiny town of Tara, 4 hours west of Brisbane, there's a sense of calmness in the air. The water is still. There's the peaceful sounds of birds chirping. And the town's 800 residents awake and quietly go about their day. That is until every 2nd August.
And away they come.
The town bursts into life as 16,000 people roll in for the Tara Festival of Culture and camel races. It's 3 days of fun in the country, chock-a-block with culture, cuisine, camels and colourful characters. Lou Thornbury is the busy lady behind the event.
This is a sight that I didn't expect to see in a small country town. It's amazing.
It is, isn't it? Yes.
Oh, listen to him. So tell me, why camels in Tara?
I wanted to put Tara on the map, and camels were in at the time, and we went to Blackall, learned how to run the camel racing, came back the next year and started the camel racing with a multicultural festival.
It's just grown from there.
It has, yes. Yeah.
Why do you think it is so popular? I mean, there is so many people here.
Well, it's only 4 hours from Brisbane to Tara, and all the people in Brisbane, they like to come out here because it's not that far to come.
The races also attract the cream of the crop on the camel racing circuit, like trainer and jockey Glenda Sutton from Victoria. Glenda tours the country with her 13 camels and considers them family.
I love the animal itself. I feel like when we race, it's like we fly together as one. It's a real bond with an animal that there's nothing else like it in the world. And all my camels start off wild. I break them in and know them from day one, and that's the best part when a wild animal turns into a domestic animal. It does what Chief just did for me. It's amazing.
Training a camel is no mean feat, and steering them...
You okay? Are you okay?
John Richardson, better known as Richo, is a Tara local.
What about you?
And has been working with camels since 1985.
How does it work for you? You travel around a lot racing?
Oh, yeah, we enjoy our racing. We've got quite a good circuit. We do all the shows and the rides.
You may not know it, but you are looking at a champion camel racing jockey right here. Many years ago, I actually won a camel race in Winton, but retired is the word. I don't need that excitement anymore, so this is how I get my camel riding fix. Woo. Oh, it's all coming back to me.
It's a fabulous event that brings the whole community together. There's a full program of off-track events, with the Multicultural Festival offering up dance, music and entertainment from a variety of countries across 2 stages. There are sheep shearing demonstrations, street performers, markets and the highly contested yabby races.
And the number 18, number 16 and 14. Oh, number 17 should realise what it's all about. Number 14.
With so much on, it's definitely worth staying for a few days. There's on-site camping at the showgrounds, or you could check into the commercial hotel. They offer family and single rooms and self-contained villas. Plus, the restaurant offers hearty pub grub with generous country portions. The Tara Festival of Culture and Camel Races will be back in August 2019, so mark it in your diaries. Want more quirky country fun? Well, get ready for the Outback Festival in Winton. It's a highlight of the season, attracting visitors from all over the country and overseas since 1972. The festival features a swag of novelty Aussie events, including strongman challenges, whip-cracking championships and wool bale rolls. Our very own Luke and Cody have signed up for the Dunny Derby this year, so make sure you say g'day to them. The Outback Festival takes place from the 19th to the 23rd of September. Tickets for the Dunny Derby Day are $50. And here's a special event focused on getting kids outdoors having fun while supporting their schooling. The CUA School Fun Run is a fantastic campaign that brings students and communities together to raise much needed funds for our schools. And right now, events are happening across Queensland at a school near you. Last year, the scheme raised more than $3.6 million for the schools involved. Impressive. So if you want your kids to be part of a happy, healthy generation and give their education a positive boost, then sprint to the CUA School Fun Run website to find out more, including how to get your school involved.
Welcome.
The wetsuit's on. I've got my mask and fins. After the break, join me for a snorkeling experience like you've never seen before. I am so ridiculously excited. I am jumping out of my skin. Well, out of my wetsuit, that is. Did you know in southeast Queensland, we can swim with whales? From July through until October, the Sunreef Dive Company, that's based at Mooloolaba, takes daily trips offshore looking for humpbacks.
Keep your legs out nice and straight.
Sunreef owner Dan Hart caters for intimate groups of no more than 20 snorkelers. Firstly, Dan, I have to say thank you so much. This is like a dream come true experience.
It's a pretty amazing experience, Liz, and we're so privileged to have it right here on the Sunshine Coast.
Once we reach open ocean, Bill Carranza starts calling the shots. I take it you're the spotter.
I am the spotter today, so what I'm doing is I'm trying to look way out on the horizons. I'm looking for those telltale signs of that blow, or possibly with the mother and calf, it's just a reflection off the black back. It's really easy to see on calm days like this.
Awesome. And we have been blessed because it doesn't take long before we see our first mother and calf.
Oh, I love that sound.
Yeah, the power of it, man, when it hits the water. Boom.
There are rules about interacting with whales.
Boats aren't allowed to approach within 100 metres of a humpback whale. And then snorkelers aren't allowed to approach closer than 30 metres either. It's up to the whales if they want to come and swim with us, really.
Once we're near, in we jump. Then we bob around in the ocean hoping for a close encounter. So I would say that you have to be a confident and competent swimmer to give this a go. But the reward for a bit of effort, wow. That was absolutely incredible.
And that is the experience of a lifetime.
Now, I've always thought of this part of the coastline as a whale highway, so I'm pleasantly surprised by how often they want to stop and play.
Beautiful.
Unreal.
Dan! Dude! He's coming right to you! Oh, look at that! Everybody hold!
When you're that close to them, you can see they're so majestic and yet so gentle.
I think the thing that always just blows my mind is how spatially aware they are and how gentle they are. I mean, they know where we are at all times.
Tell me about the 2017 season. How are the numbers?
It's phenomenal, and there's an estimated between 28 and 30,000 humpback whales migrating up and down our coast this year, which is just amazing, and that is increasing by 10% every year, so literally every year it gets better and better.
Do you think they get as much out of it as we do?
I hope so, and today it definitely seemed like they did. I mean, they were more than happy to interact with us for 2+ hours.
Who's all whales?
The Sunreef Swim with Whales season continues until October the 22nd, and if you miss the boat, you can book from July next year. They're based in Mooloolaba. You had the trip from Brisbane?
Absolutely, yeah, that was fantastic.
What are you going to tell all your friends?
Do it.
I wasn't expecting to be so close and swimming over the top of them. They were just peaceful giants. It's just sort of spiritual. Oh, incredible.
After the break, meet the family that revolutionised country camping holidays.
Enjoy your belly tea, Kate.
Thank you, Sue. Gordon Country is set in the pretty Goombra Valley on Queensland's Southern Downs. This nearly 2,000 hectare cattle property is 2 hours' drive from Brisbane, but in terms of lifestyle, it's light years from the city. Generations of campers keep coming back to Gordon Country, families looking for a natural antidote to the mad rush of modern life. And here's the family who make it possible. Sue Gordon and her clan own this beautiful country and have long-standing links with the valley. Now, Sue, the Gordon family's connection to the land goes back a long way, doesn't it? Tell me about those very early days.
Certainly goes back a long way, Kay. In 1869 it was that the Gordon family first settled the Goombra Valley.
There were some characters amongst the family too, weren't there? Was the mayor of Allara?
Yes, the first mayor of Allara was a Gordon, and the first butcher shop was started by a Gordon. The first hotel, most importantly.
The publican, you've got to have one of them in the family.
That's right, the timber mill. So there's a great deal of history.
Clearly, pioneering is in the Gordon blood. In 1967, when Sue was just 18, she and husband Ian struggled with drought. So they came up with a novel idea, opening their property to campers. And the farm stay was born. That is an achievement, Sue.
Well, it doesn't feel like 50 years.
Good.
And I'll never admit to it. But we're really, really proud. And we've had some wonderful years and memories that we've shared with people from all over the world, just all about nature and sharing it. I recall the first cabin that we shifted onto the property. The forestry was going to destroy one of their cabins, and with our old cattle truck, and Ian and myself, we shifted. I don't know how.
Goodness.
We shifted our first cabin, which is known as today the forestry cabin.
So it's still here?
Yep.
50 years on, and Gordon Country has a veritable village of guest accommodation, from rustic heritage cabins set in a bushland glade to the 4-star comfort of solar-powered retreat cabins. And a new wave of Gordons is behind the latest offering. Oh, wow!
Yeah?
Isn't this gorgeous? Sue's daughter Sarah is showing me the themed glamping tents she's decorated.
We're sitting in the romantic tent, so it's designed for couples, obviously. We've given each tent a theme, so we also have a Western themed tent and a retro themed tent.
Whether you glamp, camp or book a cabin, Gordon Country has plenty to keep you entertained. Wet a line in the creek, go bushwalking, BYO horse for a country ride. Or employ some serious horsepower along the property's 4-wheel drive trails.
You ready to go for a drive, Kay?
I'm game if you're game, Sam.
Let's see how we go.
Sue's son-in-law Sam is riding shotgun to give me a few off-road tips. We're entering the playpen. Why do you call it the playpen?
It's a good area for people to test out their cars and have a bit of a play around.
And you've got creek crossings.
Yeah, beautiful creek crossings, and most of our tracks lead to lovely lookouts over the Great Dividing Range.
Do you pick up any wildlife along the way? I mean, to look at.
Yeah, it's you see a lot of beautiful birds and nature around you. Our cattle still graze right over the property too, and that's originally what the tracks were used for, to check stock and fence lines. You'd be able to drive for 2 days non-stop, I'd say.
Really? Wow. Bring your own 4-wheel drive, and for a flat $30, you can use the tracks during your entire stay at Gordon Country. See the website for rates and deals on camping, glamping and cabin stays. Other online resources worth a look are queensland.com and Queensland Rail Travel. Gordon Country can also host weddings and events in its fabulous function centre, the River Gums Barn. Tonight, we're celebrating the family's first 50 years of success. Well, the Gordon family didn't pioneer the camp oven cook-up, but I tell you what, I think they've perfected it. What an ideal way to end a wonderful day in the country with a hearty meal and some newfound friends. But that's all we have time for this week. I do hope you've enjoyed the show. Join us next time for more on Queensland Weekender. Thanks, guys, and cheers.